Our first guest is an Emmy, Grammy, and Tony winner who wrote 8 original songs for the movie Encanto, which is streaming now on Disney+, and whose soundtrack is the #1 soundtrack on the Billboard charts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lin-Manuel Miranda! No! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! You feel the love right there, you hear that? Come on.
Hi, everybody.
Come on. It is great to see you. I love the short cut, the short haircut.
Thank you. I left my hair in 4 movies back in 2021.
Yeah, you really did. Yeah. I want to talk about it a little bit if we can. Tick, Tick, Boom. That was the last time you were on our show. Right before that release, were you happy with the response? I mean, it's been nominated for all these awards.
I'm so thrilled. It's just been amazing, the response by artists who are at a crossroads in their lives and see the movie, and that's exactly what it speaks to. And then what I didn't anticipate was folks who aren't artists who kind of understand it. Like I've heard from a lot of young writers who showed the movie to their families to like make them understand what they go through. I remember screening a rough cut of the movie for my in-laws. And my father-in-law, who is not in the arts at all, there's a scene in the movie where, you know, the agent tells Jonathan's work falls through, and he goes, "What am I supposed to do now?" And she says, "You write the next one, and then you write the next one, and then you do that again." And that's what it is to be a writer. And I remember my father-in-law like looking at me as if he saw me for the first time and went, "Jesus Christ." Is that your life?
Yeah. Is that right? And congrats, by the way, you just got nominated for Best Director by the DGA. So that's first jam out. Come on, buddy. It's streaming now on Netflix if you want to see. It's just a great movie, great performances all around.
And Andrew Garfield, you're very good.
Andrew Garfield is just an insane. Did Andrew Garfield tell you about Spider-Man at all? When you work with him?
But can I tell you a story? So the day it leaked he might be involved, he was on my set. We were still filming. And between shots, I kind of quietly went over to him and was like, "Andrew, are you in the new Spider-Man?" And his exact reaction was, "What? Shut up, shut up, shut up." And I walked away thinking, oh, he's in the new Spider-Man. And then when I saw him on your show, like he was a total pro at denying it. But he had to get there.
Yeah, he had to get there. That's right. Let's talk about Encanto right now. Congrats on all this. It's streaming now on Disney+. You wrote 8 original songs for it, and the soundtrack is #1 on the Billboard charts. Bumped Adele out of #1 spot, by the way.
Not in my heart.
Not in your heart. Okay, not in your heart. Me neither. Not in my heart. Yeah, of course we love Adele. We Don't Talk About Bruno is officially the biggest single ever from a Disney movie, bigger than Let It Go. Did you know that? Did you feel it coming? Did you see this coming?
No. Mainly because like group numbers never get the same kind of love like that the ballads get or the comedy songs get. But I did know it was catchy because when I was first writing it, I would catch my kids singing it just from overhearing me writing it. And I remember I kind of had to have a like NDA for toddlers conversation with them. I was like, you guys can't sing this at school. We can only sing this around the house because your friends don't know the song yet.
So we don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the songs I love. There's a beautiful song. Is it Dos Oruguitas? Means 2 caterpillars.
Yeah,
and it's just gorgeous. But is this the first song you've written completely in Spanish?
Yeah, it was the first song I'd written beginning to end in Spanish. The second one, Colombia Me Encanto, is earlier in the movie. But honestly, it's the moment where that song happens is this moment of kind of unspeakable tragedy. Abuela is telling this really tough story from her youth, and the notion of her singing that felt wrong. So it was like, all right, so we need to have something that sometimes you figure out what a song is by figuring out what it's not. And I thought we need like a nature metaphor. We needed to feel like a folk song that's kind of always existed. And so then I thought, what if it's about these two caterpillars in love and they don't want to let go of each other, but they have to let go of each other so that the miracle can happen and they can become their next selves.
Crushed I mean, it's describing it, everyone's welling up here. Through Zoom. You're the first person to make someone cry through Zoom. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, it's funny, and I kind of just sort of pitched that, and I wrote the first verse and chorus and played it for the rest of the creative team at our weekly music Zoom meetings. I only had like the first verse through the chorus, and I played it for them, and I just remembered that reaction. Everyone was just like, "You should probably keep writing it."
I think we got something there. Oh, okay.
It's gonna work.
Right back. Yeah. I want to show everyone a clip. Here is that song from Disney's Encanto. Take a look at this.
Dos oruguitas enamoradas pasan sus noches y madrugadas llenas de hambre. Siguen andando y navegando un mundo que cambia y sigue cambiando. Navegando un mundo que cambia y sigue cambiando.
Lin-Manuel Miranda! Encanto is streaming now on Disney Plus. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around, everybody.
Hey, hey.